2 hours and 40 minutes. You know, we're checking, we're processing 3D videos at the same time we're watching stuff, so this is old gam.
And this is not a spring chicken.
I know.
And we just came back from the SEMA show, and with the holidays coming up, we do have a SEMA holiday buying guide.
Yeah, well, she's got her side and I have my side, because I went places she didn't go, and she went places that I don't go. Actually, I go places she never goes.
That is for certain.
Well, I'm old, I'm all right over at Apex, because there's a lot, they have the, over at Apex they do have the old people guarding everything, so. She has her pictures to go by over here too.
Well, it's part...
I'm not allowed to take pictures in Apex. So.
Well, you know what? It's kind of crazy like that. This year you were supposed to be able to. So one of the things that I did is before SEMA actually occurred, we actually got this list from SEMA, or actually we're on the media list. So they've been sending us emails and emails and emails about their new products, and please come by and interview us.
Yeah. Boy.
And so...
Get 5 pictures. You got a long list.
They also have a new products areas for SEMA, and in the new products areas they show the items, and we had these little scanners so you could scan it in.
Yeah.
So and then receive information. So I got a printout like that, which is what I'm referring to. I also took pictures. This is my Bloggy Touch, which I happen to have. I also had a regular camera, but
which was supplied to us by the people over at Sony.
Sony. So thank you very much, Sony. But the great part is, well, because I was shooting 3D that day when I did this, and I had my little Bloggy Touch, and part of it is if you carry too much equipment, it almost becomes too cumbersome.
Yeah, but you can shoot one-handed with the 3D and the other hand with the Bloggy, because what I've done is I set it on top of my camera, and because it's actually, our 3D is basically it's a fixed focal length, whereas this zooms in and out. Yeah,
which is great. And here's the funny part is the new Bloggy Touch is... Actually, I have to say thank you, because this is actually more durable than I thought it was.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It's metal because I've already dropped it. I was for an anniversary of a club and I dropped it on the floor. Actually, it got knocked out of my hand.
Yeah.
But it is smaller than my cell phone.
Yeah.
And so, it's nice and sleek.
You know, I have a tendency to misplace mine continually. That's why it's in a green colored thing, so I can find it real quick.
But what I did was I went and took pictures because I was scanning these in, and I didn't know if it was going to take. And they did this printout for me, so I also took pictures to help me remind me what I saw that I liked.
What I did is I went through a lot of the area with the video camera shooting at things, which actually, well, because sometimes the pictures, because you can't, this doesn't have a flash. And in order to get the pictures with the 35mm camera, you have to use a flash, and that basically, if you don't stand at an angle, it bounces back, whereas this does not bounce back on you. It's that sensitive. It's like most Sony products, it's very good in a low light setting, which this isn't a Sony back there, that's the Panasonic's new 3D camera. But it really does great, because you don't see us doing a lot of stuff in the evening hours with our other cameras.
Yes, you don't.
Because the fact that we have to throw so much light.
It looks like a beacon.
Yeah, we have less light on now than we did earlier today when we were working.
Yeah. So part of it to start with. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Yeah, I tell you what I talked about it in the last piece, which is actually processing right now in front of us. About car reps are really going to be hot, because they're not only for the companies, which. You know, but you see them everywhere. You see them on trucks, you see them on buses, you see them on trucks, automobiles. But they've made, actually, I don't have it if I had, actually this would be a good thing. See, imagine this is the size of an, you know, the little rocker panel that fits underneath your door. Imagine, you know, pinstriping on this. And then you sit there and you got a easy backing on it. You sit there and pull out a little bit of it, straighten your thing out, smooth it out so there's no air bubbles. Pull it out a little bit more, smooth it out. Basically, I mean, the one guy told me if you know, a total incompetent can do it in about 10 minutes on those rocker panels.
Oh, actually that's really cool. Are they available right now?
Anybody that will print you up one has it available right now. It said. Any of the places that have the facilities to make the entire wrap can do them. Because what they do is what people think, well, how the heck do they do that great big wrap in a car? They don't. They'll do the they'll do the right side at one time, the left side at one time. They do the hood, they do the trunk section, they do the top. And each one of them is, the little grooved areas where the pieces fit together, where your doors fit in, where, the like I said, the bottom rocker panel, where your trunk. Those are all areas where they stick the pieces together, so it doesn't look, it looks seamless, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more pieces stuck together.
So do you have a specific company to recommend, or is it just
in
your local area?
Basically in your local area. I did hear from one guy, one of the people that was doing, it's on the videotape I think I did of the company. Go to News Video Web in 3D and you'll see a wrap being done by the company that's listed, and they've got a new method where one person can do the wrap by himself.
That's really kind of cool.
Yeah, but he said that specifically, if they're telling you they'll get you the wrap for less than $3,000, they're lying to you. So, or you're going to get a cheap job. But I was talking, but this whole section over there, over in North Hall, had to do with window wraps and car wraps. But they said that anybody that has the machine that can turn out, any of those pieces you need to make the car wrap can turn out a piece that's down there specifically, because what they already do it. Because sometimes what happens is they do the wrap, but they want something special underneath it, so they print out the piece this size, pull it out, and then put it on over the wrap, and it gives an extra detail.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, it's just like giving it a dimension. But I thought that was neat, the fact that you can turn everybody's car into something that looks like a pinstripe vehicle, and it is something that you actually can do on your own. You don't have to have the pros do it. It's nothing more than
actually, that's a really cool present.
It's just like, basically, the toilet paper people are getting rid of the center cardboard cores, so the wrap people are going to use the cardboard cord to put the thing on, because it's, like I said, not until you take the backing off of the wrap does the adhesive work. And then, so it's got a center cardboard card, and you got a little piece of modeling plastic that you use to smooth it out, like if you were doing in, for instance, you were doing...
I think of when you, like, the tinted windows.
Yeah, that's right, the same thing.
Or wallpaper.
Mostly all you gotta do is make certain it is totally clean. You basically have to know, basically if you've got indentation, I think I'd probably sand them smooth, because you don't want any dimples or anything. And then you just put it all on, you just roll it, unroll a little bit, take your little plastic thing, smooth it all out like this, then roll a little bit more, smooth it out. And if it, basically the way it works is, if you have a wrinkle, you can just pull it back off a bit, smooth out the wrinkle and do it, because it's hard as heck to tear it. Because I saw the guy go out like this, he wrinkled like this, and he went and all over the top, pulling it out like that. It's just like you were, like you've been trapped in a balloon, and were trying to force your way out of the balloon. But it was neat. You can do it, that's one piece, but say you wanted to do a thing strictly for the top of your car that could be seen from up above, top of the car. You want to do a thing only on your trunk only. You want to put flames.
I like that, that's really kind of cool.
Put flames on your hood. Do it, flames on your hood, because the machinery is designed to make virtually anything up to the size, a half a thing, like half a car. And then they use, it's a fudge thing, folks. They use the seams on everything to hide the fact that they could do a bus. Yeah, it's not all one piece like you would think it is. It's multiple pieces.
But I have to tell you, I think that one's really, really cool.
Yeah. Now she's got some of that.
I know, I do. I think it's really, there's one, now this one is called Jewelry for Your Car, which, guess what kind of thing that is?
Yeah, bling for your car.
So, I turned my cell phone, my thing off.
You turned it off, or
well, because I was waiting, right? So
because these things, they have to charge up. You can't take a battery out and put it in. They charge off your computer, so.
Yeah, so this was on, here's on the Bloggy Touch, is, actually you probably can't see it because I need to make it bigger, but it's around your license plate, and when I say bling, there's bling, there's huge rhinestones, all different colors.
No, that's sort of one of the things that used to have over at Apex, which isn't none.
I know.
Remember, you go over there and see all the stuff they put along your running boards, your tail lights, and I mean, so that's At least you finally found one. I didn't.
Well, that was just kind of fun. I mean, it's real blingy, and
actually,
you just have
this
fun.
one,
So then the next one, did you see that one?
That one we had an invite to go over to their place.
Which one?
The Drake.
Oh yeah, that was the one.
We did have an invite to go over for dinner.
Oh, that's right. We
had another thing that we had to go to.
We stayed with 3M. This was with Drake Automotive Group. Now I thought they do a restoration marketplace. They're out of Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and I thought this one was really kind of funny because, well, actually, we'll do it right here. You can't really see it. Is you know that your classic Ford Mustang that's on the front of your car? You basically, well, it allows you to showcase it with a LED light kit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these are blingy. These are fun. I mean, these are for car collectors.
Yeah.
You know, people that really love their stuff.
But it also fits in with another one of my top picks for
What's
the
that?
holidays is multicolored instruments for your panel. Basically every
color is a big deal.
Because I mean, basically each one of your instruments has its own LED light on it, and basically it looks like you can have a rainbow if you're building the car, putting new instruments on. You got a rainbow setting up there for you.
That's
it really
just
looks
fun.
sharp. When you stand outside, it looks really good when it's a darkened area because you see all these different colors standing at you. Like you're flying, you already look like you got an instrument panel on an airplane. Imagine reds and greens and yellows and oranges and all of those on your instruments looking at you.
Oh, yeah. And I just remember seeing the ones that light up and they're light. You can change the different colors that they've.
Oh, I saw one of the things basically with the lights, lights. No, it was just going around and back. So.
Yeah, and then also when it comes to illumination, you can tell this is car care. This is really automotive aftermarket, all the fun stuff. This one, I thought this was kind of cool. It's called Illuma FX. It's Illuma ILLUMA-FX.com. And if you're curious about some of these, you're like, how are we supposed to remember it? Well, you're hearing us talk about them, but we're also going to do a written.
We're doing a written thing for the first time, so.
Not for the first time.
Actually, this is the first time for SEMA. We're doing a written thing. We've done things for other shows, but generally before, not after the fact.
Yeah, that's true. This one was really kind of cool because it's embedded in the paint and illuminates throughout it. It's not I don't think it's a light. It didn't look like a light. It's embedded in the paint, no cutting or fabrication, very thin, and generates no heat. And you can illuminate any design or graphics.
Oh, that one would be...
That one was cool. They had it on a panel that actually had their name on it. But they had these other